anticipate challenges and success. Hi, my friends. Welcome back to meet with our different great people who have been in their journey of developing themselves and making impact. And we don't even meet each other in person, but we have each other here because we share the same spirit of knowing and believing each of us has something inside, and we always can bring it out with action, dedication, and values. So we have a friend today, our great human being, business coach, and entrepreneur, Nasus. You want to come and share with us? What is the thing that people should remember about you?
Thank you very much, Jen. I'm really happy to be here with you and share some of my story that at the end, I hope I can inspire some people for their dreams, because, you know, I'm really happy. I was really happy when I got your invitation, because we have a common goal in life to help people follow their dreams and encourage them in this way to success. As you said, to anticipate, you know, and face all the obstacles. So I'm Nasos from Greece. You want me to say some things about me?
Please.
You know me. I'm Nasos Gkogkos, my last name. I am from Greece. I live in Athens, actually, the capital city.
Wow.
I am married to a Filipina.
Very
Yes,
close.
I have. You know, there is a story behind that business, you know, and the Asia. Actually,
was it a dream to marry like an Asian?
I had a dream to have a business also in Asia, and then I got, and then I end up to have a wife also. Her name is Richelle. We live here in Athens, actually together. Yeah, but we do businesses also in Asia, in the Philippines, and you know, when I start develop my business, I never imagined that I will be invited in a podcast from people from, you know, from Vietnam, and this is something really exciting. That's why when you start something, if you have faith and you have, you know, you have a clear goal and what you want to do, then you will find in your way obstacles, but you will find also some people that they accelerate your success and help in this way. So actually, to give you a little bit about my background, I grew up in a small village near Mount Olympus Mountain. Maybe you hear about Olympus, where the 12 ancient Greek gods live there. So it's a part of our mythology. If you don't know, maybe in the next podcast we can discuss about it, but it's the other topic today. So I grew up there. This is a small village. You know, I didn't have big dreams in life, because when you grow up in a small environment like this, and our parents said to us, you study hard, go to university and find a good work, so you have a good life. That was what the most people thinking that time. So I followed that path. My parents had a small business, like a sweet shop, coffee shop, and we also were farmers collecting tobacco. So we are working hard. I see my parents work hard to give us, me and my brother, all what we need. To make the story short, I passed in the university. I have studied physical education. Sports is my passion, and I wanted to study in physical education. My expertise is in traditional Greek dances. So after I graduate, I start teaching. But you know, here to teach in the school, you have to also to go through some exams. I was succeed in these exams, but I wasn't hired to teach in the school. So I was teaching in some cultural clubs, dancing. And then I was working also as an employee in some car companies as a salesperson. I didn't imagine myself that time as an entrepreneur to have impact in other people's life. And I say these things because, you know, sometimes you need to have in your life one person to give you an idea or to help you see the possibilities. This is a key factor in everybody's life, because maybe the environment that you grow up didn't give you this chance. So when I was in Thessaloniki city, it's the second biggest city in Greece here. I was working there. One of my neighbors, they invite me to see a business plan, a business project. So I went because I was tired, you know, to trying to read again and give exams to go in a school to teach. And I said, it must be something else outside there to do, because working as an employee, you don't have, you know, all the stuff that you need to have. Yes, maybe you have a good life, but if you want the great life, maybe you should do something else. And the salary is limited. You are limited when you get only a salary. When you exchange time with money, you have limitations. So when I got this invitation to see this business project, I said yes. And then when I saw the project next days, I said, wow, this is what I'm looking for. This is an opportunity to make a better life, to have a better life, to achieve my goals. But you know, at the beginning, because of my background, I didn't believe that I can achieve big things. I started the business just to have an extra income aside from my work. And I said to myself, if you have an extra income, 200 to 300 euro extra, it will be better because you can do more things. Let's say travel more during the month, or have some other fun, some other activities. But you know, when you go in an environment that you can see other winners, other people that they succeed in life, and they are not better than you, they are common people like you, nothing special, you know. When you see that, when you go in this environment, because I was invited to attend some seminars, business seminars, where there you can see the success. You can see successful people. And in the first big seminar like that, it was for me, it's like a shock, you know, because I saw more than 1,000, 1,500 people in a business seminar with positive thinking, with energy, talking about dreams, talking about goal setting, talking about success. And I said, wow, this is better than I thought. And then it's the beginning of my story, my business story.
So let's stop there, right? Because it took a little bit time for each of us to get to the point where we start thinking in the other way, in the very fundamental aspect. Like you said, that you was not in the place where you could actually call the word dream in the way that actually can reflect your capability or your potential, because the people around you at that time, and you went to a place where people normally talk about the high energy, but actually also the people who are going to make it happen. Yes. Because they dare to dream. So it makes people actually to feel like if you are in somewhere right now, you don't feel the sparkling or some kind of, you know, uplifting from where you are. Maybe you want to go to the high energy place where, or maybe the other kind of energy to just really see things in different way. Or you can describe the journey, the process that you actually call out your dream. How was that journey?
The journey after this first seminar, you know, I start dream bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I start thinking myself that I can do much more in life. And the most important thing that I hear, I hear a phrase from a global mentor called Jim Dornan. He said that time, he was one of the speakers in this event. And he said, if you truly believe in your dream and you have the willingness to achieve, to go for it, nobody can stop you. Only yourself can stop you.
And that means that this has to be very important. So we're going to go back a little bit. Who made you go to that seminar? And what was the thinking or the stage that you was in to make you say, okay, I need to sign up to this seminar?
Actually, my sponsors in the business, it was a couple, Vasilis and Eleni, their names. I live next door to them. Oh. They were in military, but they with, high-profile people. And when they talked to me about this business and this seminar, they were excited. They were back from a seminar like that. And their excitement
like ignited you.
Yes. Yes, I said I should go there to see what's going on. Okay, the business is good. I can do it. But why they are so excited? I was really wondering why. So I decided to go and see with my own eyes what is going on there.
Wow, beautiful. So it means that like somehow if we get to the very good state of mind, we can inspire other people. So our energy also is responsible for other people's energy.
It's very important. Yeah.
Especially if we want to make the impact. So you got to the seminar and you got to know people and also speakers. And how did you identify that was my dream? That was the thing that made me to commit that I had to do something about it. Because I think the dream is a very, let's say, not yet one definition for you and me to see the same, right? So how can I know it's my dream? How can everyone know it's their dream?
You know what? When you feel your heart beating so fast, pumping.
You're pumping, but like abnormally.
It wasn't normal. It is maybe it's the most intense feeling that I had in my entire life.
Also, you had the kind of physical feeling.
Yes, exactly. Okay. I cannot forget this feeling when I go in this environment. And I said, this is it. I don't know what they are doing exactly, but I want to be part of this because I really like the atmosphere, the positive energy, the quality of the people. You know, when you see people with quality, and I don't mean people with, to have very good degrees, or people that they are very kind, smiling, waving each other, helping each other. This is something that I really like to be part of it. And then that time, it was given birth to my dream. To be someone significant and make a difference in people's life, because this is what I want. And,
so that was just a process of feeling, and you can ignore that, right? Because you felt it with the body, not only the heart.
Yeah.
Lovely. So what happened after that? Did you really like go on it and follow it, or you went down and up? How was that journey?
Actually, as we discussed before, there is no success in business with no ups and downs. There is no way in business with
and it's not fun if you no up and no down, right?
Yes, you have to be focused. You have to be determined. But during this effort, during your the time that you're trying to reach your goals, you will face obstacles, and maybe the obstacles, it's not from outside, it's from inside. Most of the times it's from ourselves and from our background, you know, what we learn.
Belief, background.
Yes, yes, because, you know, as I told you before, I grew up in a small village where I didn't see this kind of success before. And sometimes in the beginning, yes, I saw the big picture. I saw what this business can do, this environment can do to the people. But sometimes I had doubts about me, if I can do that. And this was a setback, you know. So it took me actually a long time to prepare myself to be in the level that I can see, yes, I can do it. I was part of it. I was going to the seminars. I was reading books, personal development books. And I read a lot of books. I hear a lot of talks. That time was CDs. You know, now we have audios. You send a link and you hear it. But it took me a lot of time to prepare myself to come in the level that I can succeed in this business. So the good thing, it was from the first seminar, I have to mention this point, maybe it helps someone. It is that when I see the first picture in the big seminar, I see the success, I knew it that everybody can do it. Because I saw people from different backgrounds, different professions succeeding. And I said to myself, yes, if they can do it, you can do it. And I always keep this picture in my mind. Even when I had some doubts, and I go back to the first impression, and I said to myself, no, you can do it. You know, you saw it, there is success. And then, of course, another thing that I have to mention is that you need to have a mentor. And I'm really grateful to my mentors that guide me and help me in the difficult times.
So thanks to the mentor, if he is listening to us right now, and thanks to all mentors out there, because I know you also one of the mentors of somebody. So thank you for that. And we got to the point where you found that you would dream bigger for yourself, and then you had an environment and also kind of specific people who you could mentor to really give you some insights because they have been in the journey. So what was that like most strongest limiting belief of yourself that you overcome? Because you said normally we are the one who stop ourselves. So what was that one thing that stopped you the longest time, and how did you overcome
it? My thinking that maybe I'm not so good to, I'm not so good,
Not enough.
Not enough good. Let me say give a better answer. I knew I wanted so much to succeed, but I didn't know if I can succeed, have this big success that I dreamed in the first seminar. I wanted to be significant, but I saw the success. But I said to myself, how a small boy that grew up in a village can have this success?
So it's like you was in the thinking of fear of success, right?
Sometimes we fear success. You can say it like that. It was a kind of fear.
Yeah, it's like we fear failures, but you've been there, but now like, can you handle that success? Right? What would be the responsibility, and what would be the things that you have to let go to be in that level of impact, and things like that?
Can you?
So it's like I just felt like you didn't feel like fearful that you would fail, but it's like you felt that what would be the success look like for you based on your backgrounds and where you came from, and how would you handle it, and what would be the responsibility that you had to take? So this was a kind of feeling.
Yeah, actually, yes, it was like that because, you know, I never dreamed before this, because before I met this kind of business and this kind of environment, I never imagined that I can have this
So it's
kind
some
of
kind of
this kind
unknown
of,
also, right? Yeah. So how did you
so
overcome that?
actually, what it helped me for sure, it's actually it's four things.
Oh, four things.
Four things. You know, I listen, as I told you before, many audios from successful people every day. 1, 2, 3 successful
Like
stories.
play the languages of success and of
Yes.
anticipation.
And going in my blood, you know, and become a part of me. Also, I read many books. The second thing is that I read many books, personal development books for, you know, also how to talk to people, you know, how to become better, how to unleash your potential. And the other thing, it was also seminars, the environment, the same environment that give me the first impression of this kind of success. These seminars helped me a lot to stay on track, you know. And as I mentioned before, also a good mentor is always a necessary part for success of everyone, I think.
So you use the different ways to attach on different stands of us, like listening, hearing, even touching and feeling. So it's like we have a podcast here also because we really want to make a contribution to a way for people to consume all the positivity, possibility, and hope and dream and dedication and commitment. So thank you everyone to be a part of that, because that's collective energy with the friend, even we never met before, it can still happen, right? So I really enjoy that. I think it's so beautiful how we actually got to the point where we had to go online during the pandemic, and then we still kept that habit in the way now. And that's how I think we had a chance to talk to you, even we didn't meet. I was in Greece, but I didn't see you at that time.
Next
so
time, next time we can
right?
arrange that.
Yeah. And we got to the point where you realize your dream and you identify that you are the one who responsible for your success and your failure, and you overcome somehow the fear of failures for sure, but the fear of success with so four things, right? Listening, reading, having a mentor,
and attending events.
Yeah, and then keep coming to the communities, to the training and seminars to have that collective energy.
Yes.
And what next after that? What would be the next dream then?
Actually, after that, you know, when you go into this environment and, you know, a flower, if you have a flower and you want it to grow, you fix the environment, you know, you have to put water. This is how it works also for me, all this stuff. And then I start dream bigger, and I had a big vision. And then that was a time when I start dreaming, having a business globally, and also in Asia. And I start talking to people in Asia, and that's how I met my wife, my future wife. That time it wasn't my wife, you know. But the goal was to know some people to have a business, and dreams come true. You know, dreams come true when you have a clear picture of what you want, then and go for it, and you have anticipation and you never give up. Finally, you can succeed.
And you have bonus. Yeah, in your case, like a huge, great gift.
Yes, extra bonus. Yeah, I got a wife also. Yeah.
And it's important to receive and to anticipate that the success can be even bigger, because I think like we imagine that we go out there and we do things, and we had to also allow ourselves to receive the big things as it would come, because I myself experienced like there's a limiting belief. One of that is to limit myself in the receiving. So it's feeling like we kind of like have one way. It's not going to be sustainable. So that anticipate how big you can go and also how big failure can be. So that's what you have done. Right? So thank you for that. And maybe some friend would be curious about like how did you balance when you focus on the business and you met the girl or something. But anyway, it may become like a motivation even, right? And so let's continue going a little bit further. How could you know like it's time to think bigger, to dream bigger, and still feel like really content about what you have done? Because sometimes people will think that it means that they will not focus on the present, but I think it's not about not focusing on the present, but it's more about you have the potential that you can continue bring it out, right? So how do you tell people about the journey, okay, this time to think bigger, this time to level up?
Yeah, actually, I told you before about my motto. I should mention now, and this is what I try to teach. It's a philosophy, it's my motto is think big, work hard, expect success. These three things go together,
So how can a person know that it's a time to think even bigger?
He must realize what he really wants for his life, what kind of life he wants. If you have a clear dream, first of all, the first step for every success in every aspect, in every area, is to have a clear goal, a clear dream. We can call it as we want. When you have a clear picture of what you want, then you can focus on that.
So it means that you often revisit it and then you evaluate it and like what next, because you already have the principle of keep thinking big for yourself and go for it, dedicate, and then also anticipate challenges and success. So it's a kind of journey. Yeah.
Facing challenges and have anticipation. It's a part of success. Also, some setbacks is a part of success. But what is most important, what I'm trying to teach to help my partners in business and some other people that I try to help, is to have a clear picture what they want from their life or from their business. What is that they really want? If they find that, then we schedule together, we draw the strategy that we can follow to succeed, the steps that we can follow in order to succeed.
What was the set of questions that you used to help a person to identify what is important to them? What would be the top 3 questions you ask them?
Actually, the first question is, how would you be your life? How you imagine your life after 5 years? This is a good question, I think.
Why not 10 years or 20 years? Or some people say
5 or 10 years, yes. Actually,
at the end of your life.
At the end of your life, it's maybe someone is very young, and then some people here, they don't think too far. So the question is, as you said, 5 or 10 years, next 5 or 10 years. This is a good question for someone to see if they really have a bigger thinking about their life, or if they just think how they can go, what they can do next day.
Lovely. That's true. Like you said, that thinking big and then coming back to see what we do now. So what was that second question you often ask people? And the third one?
The second question is that if they know how their life want to be in the next 5 to 10 years, the second question is if they believe that their work or what they do right now can help them achieve this dream or this goal. This is very important because, you know, sometimes we climb the wrong building. We go up in the wrong building, in the wrong stair. You know, some people working hard, but when you work hard, but you didn't find the right vehicle to go for your dreams, then you don't have a chance to succeed. So you need to search, and you need to find someone to guide you with the right vehicle for you. You know, this is very important in life. I know, you know, my parents work very hard, of course, and still working. They are 70 plus, but, you know, they give us, me and my brother, they give us, we didn't miss anything. We had money, we had, but we didn't have the time as family. You know, this is something missing. And one of my goals while I'm building businesses and do what I want for my life is to have quality time with the people that I love. It's something that I miss in my childhood because my parents working very hard to give us what we need in order to have a good life. You know how it goes. So for me, this is a goal, a dream, to have quality life with the people that I love and I want to be with.
So they really need to identify that clearly. What would be the next third question you would ask them to identify what is important to them?
If they are willing to let some things that they do every day in order to succeed in their goals. You know?
So it's like the willingness and dedication to pay the price of that.
You have to pay the price. So in order to do something better for your life, you should let some things go or let some people go and focus on what you want. Yes, of course. Sometimes you have to let some people. Maybe it sounds hard, but it's true.
Even like let your own self in the past go.
That's for sure. You have to let your old self go and find the real new you.
Yeah, it's like, especially when you already succeeded before, it's even more challenging.
Yeah.
But if you want to reinvent and level up, is the next thing. So that is kind of a very great journey to see you figure out by yourself, and then you worked on other people to support them on that process. So what would be the one common pattern that you found in other people that you supported to identify their important dream? What would be that very common pattern that hindered them to find it out?
To find out their dream.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, when you talk to people, we discuss actually, first of all, about their life, if they are satisfied, if they are happy with what they are doing, if they want more in life. So you ask questions. Questions giving the answers, you know, and as I forget the author, Alan Pease said in his book. So you have to ask the right questions to those people if they are really happy from the current life, from what they do, and if they want more in life. This is the first step in order to find out if the person that you have next to you want to do something more, if they are serious about changing their life. Because, you know, sometimes people talking about changing their life, but they are not willing to take the next step because of fear, because, you know, many things happening.
So it's really like about whether that person will really take that step and commit, or is just like wanting that. Yeah. So it's a kind of urgency and also the necessity. So I had a conversation like that with a person who recommended by a friend to come and really want to change their life. And I could also see that she said that if she doesn't change now, she can 1 month still be okay. So it's like, yeah, with one man you can talk. So sometimes
And
it's like,
so what else? I actually I am trying to invite them to the same environment that I had
yeah, that's
this
a good
first
one.
feeling,
Yeah, so
to
it's
see.
like we need to nurture a little bit more of the urgency and the desire to the point where they can
Yes,
make decisions. Yep.
because
Okay.
when you bring the people in those in this kind of environment, you can see if they really want to change their life, if they're excited or not. Because
Mm,
this was the thing that for me it was very crucial, in my in my career in this business. So
mm,
I think
lovely.
everybody should expose in this environment.
Mm. Lovely. So I think that one of the ways is also to listen to the podcast like this or the conversation that you or anyone who has been doing that out there, so we can have a little bit more of the necessity to make a decision. So with that, I think we can kind of wrap it up today. Anticipate challenges and success, and it's kind of the journey alive with what you have done and with other people that you support. So I know like we have one question here that I really enjoy. How can a business owner can actually appreciate the personal leadership development from within them and still have the practicality in their business? Because I know a lot of different friends think that personal development, developing ourselves, is something that like not really practical in the business sense. So how can you make a business owner just kind of not seeing these things actually separated, but actually interlinked?
Actually, I will read you something. entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship, maybe it's answer to your question, is not just about building a business.
Mm,
And it is also a journey of personal development and transformation.
and building a lifestyle.
Of course. And because we are talking about, we talked before about unleashing dreams, this is,
Mhm.
you can, through this process of entrepreneurship, you can discover your potential,
Mm,
learn from experiences, you can evolve as individual, because
mm,
uh, more, as I know from my experience, the more people you help in business, the more success you will have. So it's
mm,
not about building a business, like, take this phrase. You have to
mm,
become the better leader in
yeah.
order to have bigger success and have more people that follow you for your vision, for what you stand for, and for your beliefs. So that's why here it comes also my motto, think big, work hard, expect success, because, if you don't have big thinking to see yourself that you can achieve what you really want in life, small things happen.
Mm, lovely.
But
I just think like at the end, like whatever we do is really to explore more about what is inside us, how we see the world, and how we experience this journey of life. No matter what is the view that you have right now with the personal development or with anything related to what we would call like self-development. I don't know what is the perception that everyone who listening it to is right now, but it's at the end of the day, like our speaker
I can,
today. What?
I can, I want to tell you something here, eh, about personal development.
Yeah,
Maybe this is a very important for some people that listening this
yeah.
podcast. If we were talking before 15 years, before this journey of personal development through the entrepreneurship start, maybe I couldn't be here with you and discuss this matter right now. All this happened, and all the vision that I have now about helping people, expanding my business globally, and be someone that can make the difference in the lives of people by helping them realize their dream and give them a boost, to go for it. This journey through the personal development made me be here today. I'm pretty sure about that. I wasn't, you wouldn't find me in other ways. So
Yeah.
I believe it's very important to give time and maybe also to invest money for some people.
Yep.
For our personal development. And I'm really happy when I got your invitation because I saw what is your goal, to help people, to empower people. So this is also something that I really want to do. And I said in my mind, nothing happened, without, it's not a coincidence,
Yeah, thank you. So when
everything happened for a reason.
Yeah. And I just think like we don't actually practice on the personal development often, then we will get to the point where things happen and then we go and practice that. So why don't we do that? And we have the accumulated energy and strength. But it's really about like, journey, everyone will figure it out by themselves. So I think that the idea that we have you as a great example on what is that out there, if we can look at bit differently, think bigger, and work on it daily, consistently, and also just
never
the
give
journey.
up.
Yeah,
and never give
anticipate
up.
the failure and then welcome the success. Not giving up on the one situation, but think and keep going. So with that, I think I will get you to the 5-second rule, which is asking you some questions that you answer in around 5 seconds, which means that it's going to be in a short time, so we can take it and feel it and put it on paper and implement. So some questions will be like very in general of business sense, and some will be like more personal, so people can understand you in different aspects. What was that very first book that you read when you started your dream? When you realized that was the dream?
Rich Dad Poor Dad. Oh, sorry. Can I answer?
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki.
Oh, think that Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? Awesome. Not only about finance, but also kind of mindset about thinking and doing business. Read it one more time. You have read it already. So what was the second book when you, or let's say that, what was the book that you read when you had another turning point, when you had bigger dream for yourself? Let's say the time when you had a business in Asia.
I think a very important book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.
Bingo. Like it's very two books that everyone can read over and over again and learn a lot different aspects. I have people who answer like the same book like the first time. It's very interesting. Yeah, so thank you. This is a very powerful one. What is your next dream?
What is my next dream? Actually, my next dream is to be a global, motivational speaker, to be invited in stages all over the world.
I think you have been invited, and today we have the online stage, and thank you for being a part of that. So you
actually, dreams come true,
Thanks. And with that, I think we also had a chance to learn from your audience, from your side. The next book that you will write to describe that journey of achieving that new dream.
Can you repeat?
The book that you will write to describe the journey of achieving the dream.
The book that I will write. The title.
Yeah.
The title, this is Think Big, Work Hard, Expect Success.
Okay, the motto that you very consistently practice, very consistent. What is one thing that you think that today people can go home and do something about it after our conversation today?
That I could get I could get something from here, from our conversation.
One thing that people can go home and
the people, because I have some problem with the sound. Okay, what people can get? Actually, what I can say for those who listening this podcast or who will listen in the future is that dreams come true.
One thing they need to do today to make the dream come true. What would be that one thing?
Realize first of all, realize what is that dream. This is the most important step.
And to do that, remember the 3 questions that you can ask yourself. Can you reaffirm the 3 questions?
Yes, of course. How I imagine my life in the next 5 to 10 years. If what I'm doing right now can give me this life that I want, of course. And the third question is, like my mind.
Yeah, how much you will be willing to pay?
How much, if you are willing to put some effort and be, you know, and let some things go. If you are serious about the dream, actually it can be this, and what you are willing to let go in order to succeed this business, this goal.
So maybe I want to add a little bit here to everyone who listening to right now. First is to say thanks to yourself if you stay until this moment of the video. And second is to really like seriously revisit the dream, and also ask yourself what is the thing that you can put down to take something up, either an action or meeting a new person or going to a seminar or listening to an audio book, or maybe like to write your own book. And with that, I just feel that we very grateful to, please. You want to add
one thing more, to find a good mentor to guide you.
Exactly. Okay, so Nansus can be one of your choices because you're listening to him right now, and I think you always can find him on LinkedIn. And
I want to show you something here before we close. Sorry, this is a dream book.
So basically, you put your dream in there.
You put your picture. I can show you.
So it's like a vision board.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see.
I saw that. So that is a house that you.
Yes, but you write it in the present time, you know.
Yeah.
It's like you succeeded and you put the time that you want. Time of dream set.
Because the mind doesn't know the differences of the past and the present. Yeah. Okay.
And we have to read it and to remind to ourselves where we want to go. This is very important, you know. Even if you have the biggest, the greatest mentor, if you don't work on yourself, you know, maybe it's useless.
Like, we have a topic, we can talk about it: visualization, imagination, and everyday and incantation. Visualize and do something about it.
It's very important.
It's a journey, especially if you had a lot of limiting experiences in the past, and if you don't build that new patterns, you're gonna go back with the previous one. So thank you. A great bonus from you, and good night everyone if you are in Vietnam, or good morning to everyone who knows that we always can have a morning mindset to welcome something new or do something new in a better way. And for sure today we have a new dear friend or mentor, depend on how you will connect with him. Nasos, thank you
very much,
all the way from beautiful country Greece, no matter how hot it is, but I think it's awesome.